Hi everyone, I'm Priyanka Singh, Assistant Director of Admission. I am so excited to share more information with you about Scripps College. And during this information session, I'll highlight some Scripps fast facts, the Claremont Colleges and the benefits of being part of a tight-knit consortium, the Women's College Advantage, the core curriculum, a 3-course sequence that all Scripps students take, and the application and financial aid process. There's a lot of different topics that are covered in this video, so feel free to skip ahead to the sections that you're curious to learn more about. First, let's start with some fast facts about Scripps.
Scripps was founded in 1926 by newspaper publisher and philanthropist Ellen Browning Scripps. We are a small, residential, liberal arts women's college within a co-ed consortium. About 1,048 students attend Scripps, and 94% of our students live on campus. Since we're a small community, our class size tends to be on the smaller side as well. Average class size at Scripps is about 16 students, and our student-to-faculty ratio is 10-1. There are more than 50 different majors offered at Scripps and even more academic opportunities available across the consortium. More than 20% of Scripps students choose to double or dual major, and 100% of Scripps students complete a senior thesis project prior to graduation. Some of our top majors are biology, psychology, media studies, economics, politics, and English. In addition, more than 60% of Scripps students study abroad. Scripps is also a member of the Claremont Colleges. Our consortium of 7 colleges, 5 undergraduate and 2 graduate campuses, allows students the opportunity to build community within a small residential liberal arts college and largely across the consortium too. It's like having the best of both worlds, a small school and a larger school feel all in one. The 5 undergraduate colleges are Pomona, Scripps, Claremont McKenna, Harvey Mudd, and Pitzer, which we refer to as the 5 Cs. The campuses are all located within 1 square mile, allowing students to travel from one to another within minutes without the need for a car or a shuttle. While each school's student population is either a little bit above or below 1,000, total undergraduate population is about 6,000 students. There are many great academic benefits to our consortium, including cross-registration. Cross-registration allows students from one 5C to enroll in courses at another. Logistics like academic calendars, finals week, and registration procedures are coordinated across the campuses. But keep in mind, differences do exist in cross-registration policies and may limit the amount of off-campus classes a student can take or the access to certain off-campus majors. There are also more opportunities to engage and be involved outside of the classroom. Each institution hosts their own school-specific clubs and organizations, but there's also over 250 shared 5C clubs and organizations. So, if you already have some ideas of how you want to get involved in college, the nice thing is, those opportunities probably already exist here, and there's even more things you get to try out. We also share access to all 7 of our dining halls, so you can grab a meal with your friends and/or your professors anywhere across the 5 Cs. The 5 Cs also split into 2 athletic departments, Claremont Mudd Scripps Athletics and Pomona Pitzer Athletics. Both departments compete in NCAA Division III, and both are members of the Southern California Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. Then across the 7 Cs, which includes the graduate institutions, there are shared affinity, health, and faith-based resources, such as the Office of Black Student Affairs, Chicano-Latino Student Affairs, the Queer Resource Center, Student Disability Resources Center, Student Health Services, Monsoor Counseling and Psychological Services, and a Central Chaplain's Office. We also all share access to Honnold Mudd Library, a 2 million volume library where you'll have access to the best library databases for your research, special collections, quiet study floors, collaborative spaces, and study rooms. What this all boils down to is you benefit from a small residential experience of less than 1,100 students with additional access to university-style resources, along with more social and academic opportunities across the 5 Cs. Now let's talk more about the Scripps experience. One obvious distinction between us and our neighbors is that we are the only women's college within the consortium, but that's a huge advantage for so many reasons. First, This is an academic and residential environment that was created to educate and empower you, a space where your voice is amplified, your impact is recognized, and your community rallies behind you regardless of what path you decide to pursue. You'll immediately start to see the difference in your classroom experience. You may notice you and your peers feel more confident speaking up and vocalizing your opinions. And since classes tend to be smaller, more seminar style, and discussion based, you're already in a space where you naturally get to engage and learn more from your peers and your professors. At Scripps, you are valued for your voice, your differing perspectives and ideas that you bring into conversations, but more importantly, you're collaborating in an academic space where everyone around you gets a chance to participate and grow. You are also part of a community that challenges you but doesn't boast hyper-competitiveness. This may sound cliche, but Scripps students lift each other up rather than pull each other down because they recognize that individual success leads to collective success. That's what a collaborative community is all about. That doesn't mean you're going to be comfortable all the time. Our students still challenge one another to think deeper and see things in ways they haven't seen before. You are going to be pushed out of your comfort zone, but in a way that inspires you to become the best version of yourself. Then there's leadership, which isn't defined by the title you hold, but instead by the impact you make in your community. You get to determine what leadership looks like for you, whether that means you're getting involved in student government or running for leadership positions, helping guide conversations in and outside of your classrooms, or finding meaningful ways to give back to your community as a service leader and encouraging others to do so as well. It's really inspiring to see your peers leading in so many different ways across the Scripps community and goes back to the idea of celebrating collective success. The LASPA Center for Leadership is also a great resource for all Scripps students since they develop a variety of programming throughout the year and provide funding opportunities for students to fulfill their passion projects. If you need help cultivating your leadership skills, they are here to help. In addition to leadership development, preparing for life after Scripps is also really important. The college's Career Planning and Resources Office, which we refer to as CP&R, works closely with students by providing individual career counseling, access to online job search engines, networking opportunities, and other programming with alums and industry experts, along with job and internship search coaching, including help with your resume, cover letter, and interview. More than 85% of Scripps students hold at least one internship, and nearly 1/4 report completing 3 or more. Grant funding is also available for many summer internship opportunities. In addition to internship and post-graduation job support, CP&R also assists students who are interested in graduate school programs, gap year programs, and fellowships. So I've talked about many different aspects of the Scripps experience, but there's another hallmark academic experience you'll engage with as a Scripps student. All first-year students begin their academic journey with the core curriculum in interdisciplinary humanities, a required 3-course sequence designed to give students a foundation in interdisciplinary learning through a humanities lens and provides a common academic experience for all students. It begins with Core 1 in fall semester, where students explore a common theme, which is currently truth, through a variety of academic disciplines. Then, in spring semester, students take Core 2 and continue exploring interdisciplinary learning, but with a sharper focus. There are a variety of course offerings students can choose from for Core 2, and they sometimes are team taught by faculty from different academic areas. Some examples of Core 2 classes are the misrepresentation of women in society and science, the language of music, making sense of power, and the arts and literature of Zen Buddhism, just to name a few. The last course of the sequence is Core 3, where students engage in innovative and collaborative projects and dive into individualized, self-directed research with a professor in a small seminar-style course. Some examples of Core 3 classes are Radical Cartographies, Resilience and Resistance, Women of Color in the United States, Mobilizing Art, and Cyberculture and the Post-Human Age. Now we'll unpack more about the admission and financial aid process for Scripps. You can submit your application to Scripps using the Common Application. If you are a QuestBridge Scholar who is a non-finalist, non-match finalist, or non-participating finalist, you may also apply to Scripps using the QuestBridge application, but keep in mind there are additional materials required to complete your application, so please refer to our website for more information for QuestBridge applicants. So how do we review applications? We're committed to a holistic and thorough review of each application with careful consideration of academic program and performance, your personal essay and supplementary essays, recommendations, and co-curricular activities. We imagine what the applicant would be like as a member of the Scripps community engaged inside and outside of the classroom. Your high school transcript is where we can begin to assess your academic program and performance. In addition to grades, the transcript also includes the courses you've completed and are planning to complete. Assessing the rigor of your curriculum based on what is available and accessible for you to take at your high school or secondary school gives us a better understanding to how you've been able to appropriately challenge yourself. However, we also recognize not every high school or secondary school offers advanced level classes, and you will not be penalized if you do not have access to rigorous courses or if there are limitations placed on rigorous courses. In regards to standardized test scores, starting fall 2021, Scripps is adopting a test-optional policy for all students. This means students are no longer required to submit the SAT or ACT for admission. If you decide to submit the SAT and/or the ACT scores, we will superscore across test dates. In addition, international students for whom English is not their first language must submit the TOEFL or IELTS. For co-curricular activities and/or things you invest your time in outside of the classroom, that piece of the application may look very different for every applicant because everyone has different interests and sets of responsibilities. There's no perfect way to curate your activities list, but be honest and genuine about the things that you invest time in, whether that's student government, volunteering at your local animal shelter, starting up your own business, taking care of siblings, serving as a translator for your family, working during the school year or the summers. It's all important and noteworthy to share. If you are submitting the Common Application, there are 3 essays you will complete: your personal essay and 2 short supplementary essays for Scripps. Your essays are important and the part of the application where you lead the narrative. This is your opportunity to tell admission officers more about yourself. My biggest pieces of advice on writing the essays are: answer the prompt. Don't overcomplicate it. There are so many ways to go about writing your essays, but being straightforward and authentic in what you're writing about helps us best learn more about you. And also, give yourself time. Don't rush your writing and equally prioritize every essay. In addition to your essays, we will also review letters of recommendations. We require 1 from your school counselor and at least 2 academic teacher recommendations, preferably from junior or senior year classes. Our office also offers interview opportunities for rising seniors starting in the summer, but keep in mind these are completely optional. You are at no disadvantage if you are not able to interview for Scripps. For scholarships, all first-year applicants are considered for scholarships, which range from $15,000 to $28,000. Scholarships are renewable for 4 years, and there is no priority deadline or separate application required for scholarship consideration. Scholarships are also awarded at the time of admission. We offer 2 different admission plans for first-year applicants: early decision and regular decision. Early decision is a binding agreement, so if you are admitted as an early decision applicant, you are committed to coming to Scripps. Regular decision is a non-binding admission plan. We offer 2 rounds of early decision, ED1 and ED2. The only difference is the deadline. The first-year deadline for early decision 1 is November 15th, 2020, and the first-year deadline for early decision 2, as well as regular decision, is January 5th, 2021. To be considered for financial aid, you must submit the free application for federal student aid, known as FAFSA, and the CSS profile, which is required to be considered for Scripps College institutional grant assistance. Scripps meets 100% of a student's institutionally determined financial need, and typically 52% of all students receive grant or scholarship aid. For more information about financial aid at Scripps, please visit our website. Lots of information has been shared with you in this video, so if you have any questions, please feel free to contact the Office of Admission by texting us at 909-285-2443, or feel free to email us at admission@scrippscollege.edu. Also, feel free to follow Scripps Admission on Instagram. Thanks for tuning in and considering Scripps in your college search and application process.